Back to another album review. Before I get to the review, I'd like to say Happy New Year and Happy New Decade, since this is my first video of the year and the entire decade. Now, today's review is rather special because we're talking about the one and only album from a band that not many people know about. We're all familiar with Linkin Park, and I already reviewed their albums in the series. However, not a lot of people know about Dead by Sunrise. To be honest, I didn't even know about this band until I was working on my review for Minutes to Midnight. Anyways, Dead by Sunrise was a rock supergroup that Chester Bennington started up in 2005 under the original name of Snow White Tan. They formed when Chester was writing songs for Linkin Park's third album, Minutes to Midnight, which I already talked about in the series. Now, these guys worked together from 2005 to 2012, and even had a brief reunion in 2017. As I stated, Chester Bennington was the lead singer, though he also played guitar and synthesizer in some of the songs. The supergroup also consisted of lead guitarist Amir Derek, rhythm guitarist / backing vocalist Ryan Shuck, drummer Elias Sandra, bassist Brandon Belsky, and Anthony Valkic on keyboards and synthesizers. Today we're going to take a look at their one and only studio album, and this album is called Out of Ashes. Now this is the one and only, as I say, this is the only album that they ever did. Now the album is it's mostly centered around alternative rock, hard rock, electronic rock, alternative metal, and even post-grunge. This album was produced by Howard Benson. So, a producer and a musician who's also produced albums for other artists such as TSOL, Motorhead, Sepultura, Papa Roach, Chris Cornell, and several others. And Tom Whalley also worked on this album as an executive producer. This album was released on October 13th, 2009 under Warner Brothers Records, which is also Linkin Park's record label. Around line, this album has been described as being darker and more of a rock album compared to the works of Linkin Park, since the lyrics contain personal experiences by Chester Bennington before the album was produced. Now, this album was originally going to be released in 2006, back when the supergroup was still known as Snow White Tan. It was later pushed to 2007, but Chester held off production of the album due to his commitments to Linkin Park. He was eventually interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine, stating that he hopes that the album would be released in 2009. He was also doing work on this album, as Linkin Park were also working on 1,000 Suns, which I also talked about in a previous review. Summer of 2009 was when the title and release date for this album were announced, and Dead by Sunrise were touring with Linkin Park during that time. As I already stated, the album was released on October 13th, 2009. So this means that the album is a decade old at the time of me making this video. The same day was when Dead by Sunrise made their TV debut on The Late Show with David Letterman. They later performed on Jimmy Kimmel Live, exactly 8 days later, where that Chester described the songs as being, quote, darker and moodier than those of Linkin Park. Mike Shinoda said that this album is more of a rock album, which is a pretty good description. Now, to discuss the songs, this album starts with Fire. The song was released as a single on the iTunes Store on December 4th, 2009 in Australia, and on June 30th, 2010 in Japan. Read that Ultimate Guitar Archive said that this is one of the best songs on the album, and I agree. The song received 2 music videos. One was a promo video and the other was a live version of the song. I'll post a link to the promo video in the description. The next song is Crawl Back In, which was released as a single on August 18th, 2009. That's a little less than 2 months before the album was released. I read that the song is about Chester Bennington's problems with alcohol addiction that he had in the past. There are some similarities between this song and Linkin Park's debut album, Hybrid Theory, which I had also talked about in a previous episode. And the song received a music video directed by P.R. Brown. I'll post a link in the description. After that, is Too Late, and this song really shows how the album touches upon electronic rock. That's followed by Inside of Me. And the song has been described as being very aggressive and fast-paced, and also has elements of hard rock. Let Down is after that, and this is the most popular song on this album. It was later released as a single on November 24th, 2009. I also received a music video, and I'll post a link in the description. It's followed up by Give Me Your Name. The next song is My Suffering, which is more fast-paced. Same goes with Condemned. The song was also on the soundtrack for Saw 3D, even though I haven't seen that movie. I know that Chester was actually a part of the cast, which I think is pretty cool. After that is Into You, which sounds more atmospheric. Same goes with End of the World and Walking in Circles. Sound ends with Darkness. And I read that the Japanese and iTunes version of this album have a bonus track. The bonus track is called Morning After. The song was the first known song from the band. It first appeared on iTunes. It was originally a solo song that Chester wrote. There was a remix version that appeared on the soundtrack of Underworld Evolution, though I haven't seen that movie. And as you can see now, this song is actually not on this version of the album. You can see links to their website and their MySpace page, though I don't know anybody who even uses MySpace these days. Now, Silence album received mostly mixed to positive reviews from critics. If you ask me, I find it to be way better than the critics make it out to be. Listening to it is a lot like listening to Linkin Park, which makes sense considering the fact that both bands share the same lead singer. Even though this material has been described as being darker than anything that Linkin Park have ever done. I highly recommend this album, especially if you're a Linkin Park fan like myself. That's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. And leave a comment if you like. And as you're watching, there's going to be a lot of videos and even album reviews coming later this year and throughout the decade, including one on Saturday. So be on the lookout for that.